Hello everyone, I'm Sally and we're Sartorial Marketing. Here at Sartorial we hate jargon and we always prefer a plain English approach. We've all been in those meetings where it feels like a colleague is talking in another language and you just want things to be straightforward and simple. Unfortunately, the world of marketing isn't always plain English though, and we're often overwhelmed by acronyms, technical terms and fancy seemingly meaningless words. We get that marketing can be complex, so we choose to avoid using unnecessary jargon as much as we can. We want to make marketing fun and simple for our clients. However, it's impossible to avoid some jargon in a professional world. Sometimes there just isn't any other way. We're here to help distill the mystery of marketing with our quick, no-nonsense guide to the top 21 most popular marketing terms. Are you ready? CTA or call to action. Let's start with one of our favourite ones. Your call to action is your prompt to get your customers to take action. You might want them to sign up, register today, book now, find out more, or read on. Essentially, a call to action is a distinct and direct phrase in your marketing copy or a designated button on your website to prompt the customer for an immediate response or encourage an immediate sale. It's important to create compelling and enticing call to actions to encourage and inspire your customers. We like being playful with our CTAs as much as possible and using FOMO, which is fear of missing out, type phrases to encourage urgency. Your tone of voice. Your tone of voice is your verbal brand, your brand personality, and essentially how you speak to your customers. A company's tone of voice guidelines describes how the brand communicates with their customers and therefore influences how their customers perceive your brand. Most importantly, your tone of voice represents your brand personality and values. It's how you say something rather than what you are saying. For example, Sartorial's brand personality is smart, straightforward, and fun. We would never actually say we are smart, but we are smart with the advice we give, the content we share, and how we interact with our clients. Content marketing. So content marketing is something we're sure you're very familiar with, but sometimes it's hard to summarise concisely. Content marketing is simply a type of marketing that involves the creation of sharing online content like videos, podcasts, blogs, social media posts, quizzes, and more. Basically, it means it does not explicitly promote your brand, but is intended to inspire, entertain, or educate, and essentially drive traffic to your website, of course. This therefore encourages customers to be interested in your brand and your product or services. Content marketing is used to attract, engage, and retain an audience by creating and sharing relevant and useful content that will enhance the customer's life in some way. This approach establishes expertise, promotes brand awareness, and keeps your business top of mind when it's time to buy what you sell. A USP. We all have USPs as individuals, and our brands do too. Our unique selling proposition, also sometimes called the unique selling point, is how we communicate to our customers about why we're unique, original, and different to our competitors. Even if your product or service isn't unique, your USPs can be showcased in many other ways. For example, through your brand, your customer service, and through your approach to sustainability. You need to identify what makes you unique and memorable, and then weave this message and its benefits into your marketing. Your SMART objectives. You may be familiar with this term from personal goal setting. This is important for all marketing plans too. SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. By setting objectives that are aligned with this criteria, you will then have an anchor to base all of your focus and decision making. SWOT Analysis. Again, another Sartorial favourite. A SWOT analysis is a simple but useful framework for analysing your company's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This is a great process and exercise to go through. It helps you build on what you already do well, and it helps you constructively address what you're not so good at. It also helps you assess risk and reflect on the future. It's a great and simple framework to realistically plan for success and to be prepared for oncoming challenges. Brand identity. Your brand is your company personality and what distinguishes you from others. It is not just your logo, it's everything that makes up your company identity. It is your name, your logo, your values, your mission and vision, your tone of voice, your marketing assets, or any other feature that identifies you from others. Your tagline. This may seem like an easy one, but many businesses get this wrong. A tagline is a one-liner or a memorable phrase that will sum up the tone and premise of your product or service. It can also reinforce and strengthen the audience's memory in a relevant way. Sartorial's tagline, for example, is super simple and straightforward. It's your virtual marketing team. Your tagline doesn't have to be poetic or gimmicky. It can simply be a short and snappy phrase to summarize your business. Reach. This is one of those words that could have many meanings. In marketing terms, marketing reach is the total number of people that have seen your content. For example, if one person sees your advert 5 times, it will count as one reach, as referring to one person only. So your campaign reach is a count of the number of unique people who view your digital advertisements within a campaign at least one. An impression. This one is definitely feeling a bit jargony. It's simpler than you think though. An impression is a metric used to quantify the number of times your content has been displayed, irrelevant to if someone clicked on it or not. One person could have multiple impressions for a single piece of content. So if your advert reaches one person 5 times, it will count as 5 impressions. Often in paid advertising, you pay per impression, and this means you're paying for the exposure you're getting, so the views, instead of clicks. CTR or click-through rate. This is where we start getting a bit technical. So your CTR or click-through rate is a ratio that measures the number of clicks per number of impressions. Essentially, the ratio between the number of times your content has been displayed to someone, so impressions on an advert, for example, or email, and the number of times that someone has clicked on the call to action. This is measured with a percentage value, and of course, the higher the better. A high CTR is a good indication that users find your adverts helpful and relevant. CTR is commonly used to measure the success of an online advertising campaign for a particular website, as well as the effectiveness of email campaigns. SEO or search engine optimization. Search engine optimization is a process of improving the quality and quantity of website traffic to your website or a web page from search engines. SEO targets organic traffic that you haven't paid for, rather than traffic you generated by paid adverts or direct traffic, which is when people type your website in directly. SEM or search engine marketing, on the other hand, is a form of marketing that involves the promotion of websites by increasing their visibility in search engines, primarily through paid advertising. SEO and SEM are vast areas of expertise. We encourage you to reach out to an expert if you'd like to learn more. PPC or pay-per-click. So pay-per-click is a digital advertising model used to drive traffic, customers, to your website, in which an advertiser pays the publisher when the advert is clicked. For example, Sartorius may pay Google to have a PPC advert when a customer searches for digital marketing companies, but we only pay when a customer clicks on our advert. Display advertising. Display advertising, which is sometimes called banner advertising, is another form of digital advertising that conveys a marketing message visually using text, logos, animations, videos, photographs, or other graphics. Viewers that click on the image are taken to the relevant landing page. Display adverts are different from text ads, as they can't be found in search results. You'll often see a display advert when exploring a website. The advert can appear as a static picture or with some sort of animation to better engage the user. CPC or cost per click. Cost per click or CPC is an online advertising revenue model that websites use to bill advertisers based on the number of times visitors click on a display advert linked to their website. For example, if Sartorius put on an advert on Google when customers search digital marketing companies, we will pay each time someone has searched for this term has clicked on the advert. Retargeting. Have you ever viewed something on an online shop and then thought to yourself, oh, I'll go back to that, or I should buy that next month? Then you're suddenly being followed around the internet with an advert showing maybe the dress or the trainers or the gadgets. Well, this is retargeting. Behavioural retargeting is a form of online targeted advertising by which adverts are targeted to customers based on their previous online behaviours. This only happens if you accept cookies on a website. So retargeting tags online users by including a pixel within the target web page or email, which sets a cookie in the user's browser. That's why you see an advert for the item you've previously viewed. Remarketing. Remarketing is a similar tactic but is a more general term. Remarketing refers to the action of targeting existing customers or leads again. For example, you can remarket to someone to upsell and cross-sell your product or service, or retain your existing customers. You can do remarketing in different ways and through different channels, for example social media, emails, etc. With e-commerce, for example, remarketing adverts can be used to reduce shopping cart abandonment by displaying the product the user added to the cart but left the site without purchasing. Retargeting, on the other hand, refers to the method of serving adverts to people that have visited your website based on cookies. Keyword. In SEO terms, a keyword is a search term entered by a user on Google or another search engine. When the user enters a term, a list of results, websites that are relevant to that search appear on the screen. Anything searched on a search engine, whether a single word or a phrase, is considered a keyword. If your website ranks for a popular keyword, then it's likely that it will be listed at the top of the results for that search. Your customer journey. A customer doesn't usually decide to purchase an item immediately after finding out about it for the first time. Your customer journey helps you tell the story of your customer's experience with your brand across multiple touch points. Whether your customers interact with you via social media, email, live chat or other channels, mapping the customer journey helps ensure no customer slips through the cracks. Customer journey maps can help you illustrate the overall experience a customer has with a service, physical or digital product, or even a brand. A journey map can help you and your team in different ways when it comes to improving and optimizing your customer experience. Smartin. This is a new one. We learnt it the other day. We think it's quite fun. What do you think? Created by the great people at HubSpot, Smartin is the process of integrating the sales and marketing processes of a business. The objective is for the sales and marketing functions to have a common integrated approach. This can apparently lead to annual revenue growth of up to 20%, according to a study in 2010. B2B and B2C. B2B, or business-to-business companies, provide services or products to other businesses. B2C, or business-to-consumer companies, sell directly to individual customers. Many businesses offer both. For example, I met Victoria at a lovely student accommodation company about 5 years ago. Our B2B business was about building relationships and rental agreements with universities, and our B2C business was about targeting individual students for them to directly book rooms themselves. There you go. That was a very quick lesson. Please go and get a cup of tea now and have a break. Are there any other terms we've missed that you'd like explained? Simply ask in the comments section or email us at info@sartoriamarketing.com for more info. If you'd like this video, please like it, leave your comments below and shout about it. Thank you. Bye.